folks ever bring a bottle?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Our folks in the sound booth are catching up, so give them just a minute. We're grateful and honored that you're joining us today. It's a beautiful day, and we welcome you with open hearts. We'll start by acknowledging our Christ candle. Let's take a moment to acknowledge the sacred tradition of lighting the Christ candle. This candle represents the Christ light in each of us. In Unity, we believe we change the world one light at a time, starting with us. Our first song this morning is One Big Family by Harry Lynn Floyd.
Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, 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 yeah. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 hey. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light, everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light, everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah.
All right, now it's time to bless our children and our teachers as we send them off to Sunday school. Together, we love you, we bless you, we hold the Christ in you, and we love you just the way you are. One with God. Amen. Woo! She loves it when I sing. right, now it's time for our hugging. If you prefer not to be hugged, please remain seated. And our welcome song this morning is Good Life by One Republic.
Good morning. That's all right.
We welcome you again. If you're new here, we have welcome packets outside on the shelf outside the sanctuary doors there to your right. We also have prayer cards in the backs of the pews. Fill those out, put those in the offering plate or in the box up here. They're prayed over here for 30 days by our PA group and 30 more days at Silent Unity. And we also have offering envelopes for your gift offering. Okay, we're going to now have our vision, mission, and core values. Together.
Centered in God, we celebrate a world empowered by peace, love, and oneness.
And our mission statement.
We are a vibrant spiritual community, reaching inward for guidance and outward in love, education, and sacred service.
And our core values.
Love, service, spirit-led, inspiration, acceptance, and spiritual unfoldment.
Okay, now it's time for our announcements. Sherry, you want to lead us off?
Okay.
Sherry!
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, I never need a microphone.
I was gonna say, you missed your mic.
Yeah, no. Okay, the newsletter. Toy puts in the electrical box. It is on Bonner and...
No.
You got it?
I looked it up. I actually found it.
So come and get your prize afterwards, okay, and I'll take your picture. Just want to let you know, we're still doing donations for Judith, and on the bookstore desk, there is a stack of multicolored little things. If you want to write her a little note, we will make sure it gets to her. I take those and put them down below so they're personal, you know, no one sees them. So if you would like to give a donation or write to her, just let me know and I'll personally take care of it. Yes, ma'am.
When's the deadline for the donations?
There's no deadline. It's just going to kind of be ongoing
Oh,
for
okay.
a little bit. We haven't really decided, but that's a
Okay.
good question though.
Okay.
Yes, thank you. So just, if you can, when you can, you know, just come see me or Judy. Judy helps me in the bookstore, so either one. And we've got a beautiful blanket out there. It's got the prayer of protection on it.
It's
in the
super
chair.
soft.
And yeah, she bought one. Just don't sit on it. Anyway, yes, it's out there if you would like that. And we've got some other things. Who was it in here that wanted those kids buttons? I think it was somebody else asked for them. Yes, they're on their way. They sent me the wrong ones, but they've corrected it, so they're on their way. Anyway, thank you.
Carl uses the blanket to ward off nightmares.
Aww.
He says when he has nightmares, he covers up with it and it protects him.
All
Oh,
right, that's great.
So y'all know, it is an anti-nightmare blanket.
Thank you, Sherry, for coordinating all
Huh?
of that. Thank you for
Right.
coordinating the collection of donations for Reverend Judy.
Oh, you bet.
Thank you so much. Sunday school, 9:15 in Crider Hall. We're still on the book Living Originally by Robert Brummett. Slowly working our way through it and having a lot of good discussions.
It's a good book.
Yes, it is. And also on Sunday morning, 8:45, Reverend Jim has his Zoom Sunday school class. And they're discussing the book, The Gospel of Thomas. So if you need more information about that, just let us know. Tuesday book studies also, 10 a.m. in Crider Hall, discussing the Book of Joy by the Dalai Lama and Desmond Tutu. So big fans there. Next Sunday, April the 26th, is our monthly potluck, something we look forward to. So bring a dish to share and come and join us. Always lots of fun. We're working on getting a new church directory. So if you want to be sure to be in it, or if you have information that's changed, be sure, there's a sign-up sheet in the kitchen on the counter there. It should be completed in May. Any other information about that?
If anybody needs or wants a new picture taken,
Yes.
I can just do that here at the church. We'll find a nice little background. I'll take a picture right on my phone. And of course, you can keep the one you have, or you can actually send me one. Just a photo sent to info@tylerunitycenter.org.
Thank you, Kristen.
Mhm.
Just a reminder, I don't have one of the furry friends up here with me, but there you go. We bring in the stuffed animals, make sure that they're new and that they still have their tags on, love on them, and then once a month they get sent off to the Children's Advocacy Center for children who are in different crisis situations. Okay, and Mitzi has an announcement.
Thank you, Nancy. So this weekend is not only potluck, it's going to be an opportunity for us to begin our transitional process. Reverend Judith is no longer, at least for now, here with us, and so it's time for us to gather and honor our past. One of the ways we do this is we engage in a workshop opportunity together. So we have a flyer that I'll be passing out at the end of service, and for those of you that didn't hear about this in Sunday school this morning, what this opportunity is going to look like is that this coming Friday evening, those who can, I'd like for you to join us at Panera, the Panera Bakery there on Broadway, from 5:30 to 7. We're going to get together for a connection dinner. It's going to be a relaxed, informal gathering to connect and fellowship. And then on Saturday here at Unity, we're going to gather at 10 in the morning until 3. And what that day will look like is that we'll have a light continental breakfast at 10. And then we will provide lunch for those who sign up. And then we will have this core workshop on Saturday. We're calling it a Heritage Quilt Workshop because Tyler Unity is our heritage. We want to honor our past and honor, not only Reverend Judith's presence within us, but whatever experiences that came with you here. So this workshop is a sacred community gathering to bring members and guests of Tyler Unity Center into a shared understanding and healing opportunity. This is not limited to members. This is limited to only those with a heart place interest in Unity and Tyler. If you know there's someone who you haven't seen here in a while, I encourage you to reach out to them and invite them to come and let us hear from them. And we're going to be doing some outreach as well. So again, the weekend begins with the casual meet and greet dinner on Friday, followed by our Saturday workshop here in the sanctuary where the dialogue and healing work will take place. A healing circle will be offered probably later as our community reaches readiness to go to whatever this community decides the next step is. The Sunday service this coming weekend will reflect on the weekend and outline what the next steps might be. The process may continue beyond one workshop depending on our community's willingness to get together and move forward. I just thank you for your heart space, for your contributions of time and service and volunteering here. And this is both, we want this to be a thoughtful process, an inclusive process where all voices are heard. No one from the outside is going to come and dictate to us what we want to be and who we're going to be. But it's up for us to look at the chalkboard and decide what we want to have on it. Thank you so much.
All right, are there any other announcements? We'll have our daily word. The word today is friendly. Sundays, April 19th, 2026. I greet others with a friendly and open heart. The Bible contains many stories that encourage hospitality toward strangers. For instance, Jesus welcomed everyone to his ministry, from the hungry and the sick to strangers and social outcasts. He loved unconditionally. That same loving energy is within me. When I greet others with a friendly smile, I not only am sharing one of the great lessons of Jesus, I'm expanding my world and giving myself the chance to learn and grow. If I feel hesitant meeting new people, I remember how it felt to be welcomed by friendly people when I was new to a school, job, church, or a town. I was grateful to those people who extended themselves in friendship to me. Those memories inspire me to be friendly now. Today's scripture. For I was hungry and you gave me food. I was thirsty and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger and you welcomed me. Matthew chapter 25. As we prepare for the meditation and message, our next song is You've Got a Friend by James Taylor.
going to lead us in a guided meditation. And so I just invite everyone to sit comfortably, let the chair support your weight. I invite you to open your hands, open palms, so that you can receive new, fresh energies. We're going to start by lowering your gaze or closing your eyes if you feel comfortable. Going to take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Going to breathe deeply in through your nose, out through your mouth. Deep breath in. Continue breathing on your own. Feel your tension melt away as you gradually relax with each breath. Feel yourself drift into a state of deep relaxation. Continue to breathe slowly and gently. Bring awareness to the top of your head. There is a warm, shining light right above your head. Picture this loving light. Whatever color is right for you, that's the color of your light. As it warms the top of your head, you can feel the warmth of the light seep down from the top of your head, helping you to relax everything in your body. Breathe in that warm light. Feel your muscles relax as the light washes over you, surrounding and protecting all of your space. Continue to breathe slowly and gently. As the light pours down through your body, it reaches your temples, it relaxes your jaw, moving downward into your throat chakra. You're releasing all the tension that no longer serves you. You breathe in the light, and you exhale all the used up energy that no longer serves you. As the light spreads down into your heart chakra, you again feel the warmth filling your body and surrounding your space in loving and gentle kindness. Allow the light to continue down into your abdomen and your hips, fully relaxing sacral chakra. To let the light flow down and come all the way through your knees and down your calves, through your ankles. Feel it relaxing, even down to the tips of your toes. As you breathe easily and gently into the light. In this safe and relaxed state, reflect on all the things that you're grateful for. Loved ones, the breath in your lungs, sunshine, comes to mind is the right and good thing for you to embrace in gratitude. As each object of gratitude appears, visualize yourself saying thank you to each thing. Picture the person you're grateful for standing in front of you. Tell them how grateful you are. Tell them why. Embrace this image and the feeling of gratitude. It is as real as the breath in your lungs at this moment. Feel the warm sunshine on your shoulders and say thank you. If you're having any difficulty bringing gratitude to mind, simply reach inside to Source. Ask God, show me who I should be grateful for. Allow the feeling of deep gratitude to come into your body. Where do you feel that gratitude? Notice where it is physically located in your body. Wherever your gratitude is centered, take a deep breath into that spot. Continue to breathe deeply into the spot where you feel gratitude and allow it to expand. As you breathe into gratitude, feel it spread all the way through your body, fully enveloping your space. Gratitude for all that you have, all that you give, and all that you receive. Enjoy the pleasant feeling that gratitude gives. Feel it wash away your tension and any negativity. You can remain in this relaxed state as long as you like. And when you're ready, end your gratitude meditation with the following affirmation. Thank you for the many blessings I have. May these blessings multiply as I continue to notice and give thanks for them. Thank you, Divine Beloved Spirit. And so it is. Now I invite you to wiggle your fingers and toes. Slowly open your eyes. Give yourself a few moments to adjust to the present here and now moment. I invite all of us to bring this feeling of gratitude that we have with us through the rest of our day. So it is.
Thank you for a beautiful meditation. So we'll do what she said. We'll take a moment to come back to this space. Sometimes I like to glance outside and just see that brightness. Troy, can you make me just a little louder? Thank you. Can you hear me better now? Okay, Sherry says yes. Thank you for that. Okay. It's my pleasure to give you a little introduction to our message today. So I'm going to go back to 2024 when I went to the Unity International Conference in Kansas City representing us. This conference was not held at the Village. It was happened at a big hotel there just south of the Kansas City area, and who and why were people there? There were both members and leaders of our regional area, which is the Unity South Central region, as well as the national region and others. And I'm sure that many of you have gone to conferences where you heard some things, experienced some things, and you thought, you know, that is going to be a life-changing experience for me. In one of those workshops, they divided us into pairs, and many of us were sitting by someone we didn't know. The person I happened to be sitting by is our speaker today, Reverend Nancy Mercurio. We just connected. I know you know what that feels like. We were able to just get in that trusted space and take on the assignment they had given us. We said we'd stay in touch and exchanged our information. Little did I know when I went back to the region that she and her husband Jeffrey, who also helps in her ministry, were invited to the lunch table for our region. And I sought out our regional people, so here again, so I could go and network at the conference. So it allowed us to spend a little more time together. Just broadening the view of this a little bit, part of the reason that we were interested in being at the conference that year is the year that the members everywhere approved that licensed Unity teachers could have the right to vote at the conferences. Here before had been ministers, which is yet again another example of why our votes do matter. If that's important to us, then we stay in touch with these things and look and listen in the wrong way, because there are many churches that actually operate with a licensed Unity teacher, and they often play a great part in running our Unity churches. But back to Reverend Nancy, I found out that she is from Tampa, Florida. And as I said, we said we'd stay in touch. And I think maybe that we did reach out just a little bit in the next year or so, not anything just too noteworthy. But I was interested in who was graduating from the Unity ministerial class in 2025. And actually, I was watching it at home, as you can tune in and watch these things if you're not there on campus where it was actually happening. And before the graduation, they announced the recipient of the Myrtle Fillmore Award for 2025. And I was just overcome with just sweet emotion when I found out it was Reverend Nancy Mercurio from Florida. So she began to tell her story. And that is what I'd like you to listen to today, is her experience of the unity tools and principles that she, and not just she, but her congregation and members use in Unity of Tampa, because this is not just Reverend Nancy Mercurio's story. This is our story.
We begin our afternoon of honoring by recognizing the recipients of the Myrtle Fillmore Ruth Mosley Awards. Margaret Kubelins from Unity of Tampa, please come forward to present the Myrtle Fillmore Award.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is a great pleasure and honor to have the opportunity to present to you Nancy Mercurio, Reverend Nancy, who is the recipient of the 2025 Myrtle Fillmore Award. Through her loving service and strong prayer consciousness, she has led our congregation through a significant transformation into our current thriving community, a transformational scale of caterpillar to butterfly. In 2019, when I became the president of the board, Unity of Tampa had a shrinking congregation and revenues were significantly below our expenses. Once the pandemic arrived, the troubles we were trying to navigate amplified, and we moved into having guest ministers for spiritual nourishment. In early fall of 2020, Reverend Nancy answered our call to be a guest minister, which led to a 5-month, a 1-year, and then a 5-year contract. Lucky us. We could have never imagined the transformation Unity of Tampa was initiating at the time. Just like the line from the Prosperity Prayer, we have faith in God to open ways when to the human sense, there is no way. Reverend Nancy has been our teacher and leader as we walk our spiritual path. She exemplifies Myrtle Fillmore in her prayer consciousness, guiding us through change and spiritual growth. One of the first major steps toward change was deciding to sell our property of 40 years. This allowed us the opportunity to seek a smaller, more financially manageable site. While the property was under contract when Reverend Nancy began guest speaking in 2020, the closing did not occur until May of 2021. She was vital in identifying a new location and guiding the change of many congregants whom had lasting memories of the old location and were now returning to Unity of Tampa as their spiritual home, but in a new building. Many had to learn to navigate the change and the grief associated with the loss and letting go of the old location. She also had formative memories there and was able to serve those in need with an abundance of compassion and understanding. Under Reverend Nancy's leadership and partnership with the board, Unity of Tampa has advanced in multiple areas, including the ministry and organizational systems. Our vision teams have been reestablished, resulting in dozens of volunteer opportunities, including prayer chaplains, gardening, grief support, social events, and community outreach through partner organizations. Our music team is phenomenal, and their uplifting songs are in line with Reverend Nancy's weekly messages. We also have an expanded youth and family program. We started with 3 students and now have 3 classroom levels led by a director and a YOU teacher. Yes, we have rebuilt a thriving community. Reverend Nancy's transformational leadership style allows us to witness her personal growth as well. Her messages are wholehearted. Recently, she delivered a message titled "The Gifts of Spiritual Resilience," where she presented examples of practical application of spiritual concepts. She explained how she and her family applied Unity teachings in their current situation. This is a clear demonstration of her spiritual maturity and how she uses her life as an example for all of us to learn from. And best of all, her delivery of messages. She is so genuine. She has taught us to observe our lives, to laugh, to learn, and to live authentically. Reverend Nancy Mercurio, recipient of the 2025 Myrtle Fillmore Award.
The thumping you're hearing is my heart. So please just give me a moment. I promised myself I would stay on time so Lynn didn't get mad at me. But most importantly, I'm finding it difficult not to be emotional. Margaret, serving with you this past 5 years has been a blessing. It's been a wonderful partnership, and I'm super grateful. And I want to thank Wendy Lee for introducing us. I'm very deeply humbled and honored to be here, not just because of the award, but because of what it means to serve. And for many of you that study Myrtle and Charles, you know that one of Myrtle's favorite things to say was that you heal through service. And that's truly been my life journey. And she didn't even know how much I depended on her. But this award, I didn't even know I was nominated, so let's be clear about that. I was driving when I received an email that said was the recipient, but unfortunately I didn't see that part. What I saw was a letter from UWM and thought, oh my God, why would they be writing? So I'm not lying, I literally pulled my car over because I had my granddaughter in the car and said, please read this to me. And she said, do you need me to drive? And I said, no, you don't have a license. And she read it to me, and I sat there on the side of the road crying. The award I was nominated by Linda Reed. Linda Reed, thank you for your amazing faith in me to have sent a letter unbeknownst to me. But the award doesn't belong to me. It belongs to everyone at Unity of Tampa. Our staff, our board, our congregation, and my husband, who's been on this journey with me the whole time. Each of these people held a vision for our future, and there's so much to tell you in a very short amount of time about our growth individually and as a community. But I do think the story's worth hearing because I'm hoping that it will inspire our new ministers to think broadly about what they need to do as they serve. So some quick background. My husband and I were members of Unity of Tampa from 1998 to 2014. We both served in leadership roles there, and we left to build a global nonprofit interfaith organization. I actually started here on this campus 15 years ago, and then I got halfway through or a third through the Masters of Divinity program. I had 130 SCE credits. I met Mark Fuss in the beginning, and I ended with Lynn. And so these people have been in my life a very long time, but I left because I wanted to learn more about different faiths. So imagine how I felt 6 years later in 2020 when I received a call from Unity of Tampa asking if I'd help for a few months. And this was the request: rebuild a congregation that had lost 150 people, assist in identifying and moving them into a new location, and establish continuity and financial stability. Just small things. And at the time, my husband and I, our plates were pretty full. We were 4 years into being legal guardians, raising our granddaughter. We were still running our global leadership business of 25 years at the time, and still involved in our nonprofit. But the request stirred something in us. Unity of Tampa had been our spiritual home. We knew we couldn't ignore what God had brought to us. There was still life in this community. And after days of prayer, we said yes, and we stepped forward in faith, not knowing how this was all going to work together, but we took Myrtle's advice, embraced the transformative power of stepping outside of your comfort zone. And boy, were we. Our initial steps included shifting from a minister-centric model to a mission-driven one, identifying and empowering leaders across every area of focus, and asking everyone to stop looking back and keep their heads facing forward, same way their feet walk. And one of the biggest requests was asking them to tithe when they couldn't pay their bills. Even when funds were tight, we retired the offering plate in 2020. I want you to hear me say that. I never let them bring it out again. I said we have to teach prosperity not by shoving a plate in people's faces. We need to do this a different way. We need to create ownership for this church and this community, not just ask for $5 on Sunday. So then we reinstated our outreach with local community. We started doing more, serving more, just like Myrtle told us to, and we continually affirmed this or something better. To show our commitment, Jeffrey and I signed up for free. We said, you can't pay your bills, you can't pay us. So we'll pay our bills with our other job, and we'll serve here for free to show you how dedicated we are, that we're committed to helping. Then we deferred compensation for another 5 months until the church was closed, all the bills were paid, and we were in a position to pay. And then we agreed to one salary, executive director and minister, but one salary split. So this would be a sustainable model. When the search for a new property stalled, we decided to turn inward to prayer and divine guidance. And on the very first day of our own search, without the two realtors who had been helping us for 6 months, we found our own place. But to make it work, we had to let go of two beliefs. One, that our fate depended on these realtors. Two, that we had to stay in the same neighborhood, because how was that working for us if we had lost 150 people? The result was a new home 6.5 miles north, bigger property, no mortgage, all debts paid off. We remodeled Fellowship Hall. We purchased a brand new youth building with 3 classrooms, and we put away a legacy fund for the future generations. And through it all, we clung to Myrtle's wisdom that our problems did not exist except in our own minds. One of the hardest decisions came later. I didn't know that as an ordained interfaith minister that I could only stay at Unity of Tampa for 3 years at max unless I entered the field licensing program. So now I was faced with, am I willing to walk away, or am I going to do this process and go through this? I completed licensed Unity minister. I achieved my second ordination, and my community cheered me on the entire time. And together we became a light for each other. We've grown from 12 people on my first day returning to 160 at Easter and 120 to 130 every week. More than half of our congregation volunteers in something, one of our 10 teams or in some form. We've become a rental site for so many groups that now there's no room to put people. Our youth and family ministry has grown from 2 children, or 3 as Margaret said, counting my granddaughter, to 22. Our income quadrupled, and so is our generosity. The more we've taken in, the more we've tithed. Our online audience has spread across the country and ocean now, and 1/3 of our income comes from our online audience. And 2 of our online members are here today because they happen to live here. But receiving this award is very personal for me as well. When I first read about Myrtle's healing journey, I felt as if she had described my own story. 13 surgeries, years of struggle, and discovering the power of consciousness to heal and transform. And just like Charles, my husband watched my journey. He followed my lead. And he went from not being able to walk to transforming his own health, and faced an amputation, and we got past that too. And he embraced these teachings after his first 7 surgeries, and it changed our lives completely. We live this story, we don't just tell it. There are so many people I need to thank today. First, Jeffrey King, you're a rock star for me. I love you, your unwavering support, patience with me going to school repeatedly. Masters, a doctorate, 2 ordinations. I think I'm out of gas. Everyone at Unity of Tampa who had supported me, stood beside me, believed in our shared vision, including our staff and volunteers. Our amazing granddaughter, Melody, who signed up to help us build the youth program and actually served as regional leader for the Southeast this year. And yes, she too made the commitment. My family, all my friends, one of our best friends flew in this morning, surprised me. I'm so amazed today, I can't even tell you. But the people who helped me stay in my heart and not my head, I'm grateful. And also the late Reverend Alan Moss, who put me on this path 15 years ago. I know Alan continues to watch over me, but I also need to thank everyone at Unity, all of Unity. There are so many people, mentors, teachers, people who run classes here, people who have listened to me, answered my questions, people who just email me back when I'm not sure what I'm doing. You have all helped to shine the light on my journey. Unity principles saved my life. They've saved Unity of Tampa. They will continue to light the way for all of us. But I pray that all of you serving, and those who are going to be ordained or licensed today, continue to be that radiant light of the Myrtle and Charles story, the one that draws others in with joy, purpose, and a deep knowing that Spirit is always at work. Let's keep the unity movement alive and strong so we can continue to make a difference in the world. May God bless all of you, and thank you for this amazing honor today.
When I talked with Reverend Nancy this week, letting her know that we were going to hear her today, I asked her if she would write a prayer for this moment. This is from her. We now pause to reflect upon the gifts available to us when we open our hearts and minds to the possibilities for transformation in any circumstance we experience. We recognize the capabilities we were born with to overcome what seems insurmountable. To stop always looking back on where we were and to focus our spiritual eyes on the steps we can take, walking forward in the direction of our feet. We remember that all things are possible through God. This, or something better, is our affirmation in any circumstance, and we embrace the words of Myrtle Fillmore's prosperity prayer. We have faith in God as our instant, constant, abundant supply and supplier. We have faith in God to open ways when to the human sense there is no way. We have faith in God to guide us in all our ways. And our health, happiness, and prosperity are assured. Thank you, God, for your abundant good, now flowing forth to meet our every need. And so it is. Amen.
So it is.
Thank you, Nancy.
Our children are back, so we will have our offertory affirmation together. Divine Mother, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And I am grateful. Thank you, Father God.
Thank you, Father God.
Circle up for our peace song.